And that's, of course, unfortunate, but that's just PUBG for you. You gotta be ready, no matter what the game throws at you, to play it all the way through. Final game of today. Commencing as we speak. Decent playing for the majority. Futbolist, where are you headed? You see Avangar go south. Does that mean Stalber Kameshki for you, or are you sticking it all the way to Sargi?
Yeah, Zaki would make the most sense, right, I think, for them here. They don't like to go for those really long plane drops.
They could go Stalber Kameshki and get vehicles down in the south. I mean, it would be a long drop, though. I agree with you.
Yeah.
It would be a scary one.
Northern Lights, they're going to go for Rozok.
What is Besiktas doing? Ruins? Split? No? They're going back down to South George. I like that. So it must have been plane dependent in what they were doing in that previous game. It just was very surprising to me because they couldn't necessarily parachute all the way to South George that game, but they could get over in the direction, and surprised me that they didn't. But in any case, they ended up getting a good result off of it either way, so it doesn't really matter. Can we get a nut for check field circle now?
Please.
Not Ferry Pier. Just anywhere but Ferry Pier. Just some sort of change. Not Ferry Pier.
Center, just give us the perfect middle ground to end the day out with. We can dream, we can hope, but what's it gonna be? Oh my god!
If this next circle hard shifts south, I'm gonna be so confused. I mean, I guess the good thing is we talked about how teams like to get tendencies going, they like to get patterns that they can start of doing their own little conspiracy theories about. And this time around, all the Eastern teams at this point of today are experts in rotating west. It's more the whole not dying when you get there kind of thing that's been tricky for some of them. But one change we do see here, though, with that northern plane coming in, I talked about Futbolist might wanting to go north. Nope. Gamerlegion did.
That's going to be an interesting one now for Gamerlegion. We haven't seen them switch it up that much.
No, I mean, they have been trying to figure out where to go when they didn't get Ferry Pier.
Yeah.
They tried to go into Rozok. It worked for 2 games. Then Northern Lights came and contested them, and Gamerlegion immediately was like, nope, ain't gonna happen. They sent it further north. That ended up getting them a really rough placement that game, and now they're going to do what Futbolist did. They say, Avangar goes south, we'll go north.
Let's see if it works out from later down the line. Zen, as always, will be in Pochinki, and they have no problems here. They know exactly how it goes done, or gets done, sorry. And it also involves for Zen now, where they say, no matter where it goes, we seem to be able to get our place. We don't really have a problem for getting this. But also, we're starting to really see even teams that want to try and challenge us struggle on this. So the confidence levels are going to be so high for them.
And also just coming into the tournament, and that's not an arrogance thing at all, because I believe all players that have made it to contenders, you have to be a bit arrogant. I mean, when it comes to your playing and your faith in yourself, I mean, you have to be a little arrogant. If not, then why are you here? If you don't believe that you have a chance to do good and get out some good results, then that's a mistake in my opinion. So you gotta be with them, especially with how they've been playing, the numbers they've been putting up. Gotta be pretty damn happy at this point.
And you've got to dance the thin line as it be between both the arrogant side of things and also understanding that when you need to sit back, review, and learn on how you can improve as a team. And they will be the ones that stand out further than anyone else when it comes down to it. Because we can easily see when it comes down to the second week for Group A, not the second week overall, but the second week for Group A, where they could be all of a sudden flipping around and teams completely change up how it goes down.
And also you gotta, I mean, as I say, arrogant and you gotta have confidence and all that stuff, you still gotta respect your opponent. You can never just overact or say, we're in first place, I can kill all of them.
Yeah.
We've seen so many times how last place teams have come out guns blazing and done crazy things none of us were expecting to see. And it just goes to show, I mean, I keep saying it, but that's because there's really something to it. The depth of this group is absolutely insane. And guess what? LXG and Manita Home are fighting once more. This time around, though, it's inside of the Yasnaya city. Not something we've seen before. Change-ups were made in where people dropped. And we need a home called LXG rotating.
And that's the thing here. We've seen this battle already once, and LXG were able to take the win. Then they had a battle outside of the city, and We Need a Home took the win. And now, on this time, within the city again, it's We Need a Home who say, hey, you want to try this again? We're ready for you.
And we talked about it, right? How there are 2 options if you want to force another team out of the city. Either you take the RNG one and you jump on top of them, or you drop where you go, but you play off of the info that you have as to what they normally like to do. And I think Gamerlegion going out east is part of what forced We Need a Home to land further towards the LXG players, because they saw them in the air, they didn't want to contest the vehicles, so they skipped one line further into the city, and that, fortunately for We Need a Home, allowed for them to get a good peek on towards LXG.
Now already these teams, like Futbolist as well, making their way down. Seekorg a little bit split up here. But they're just around Everest. No Tag have joined on top of Everest to fight down onto a lot of teams. Aros the first player to make his way over. Tomlin actually though spotted him out. Seemingly on the hunt to try and do some long range damage, but Aros won't have a problem getting away from that.
No, he'll just be driving a bit in circles, trying to figure out which compound does not have players in it. To his big surprise, though, all of them do. So find somewhere else to get a more center spot in the circle, or just stay satisfied with Everest for now. Go back up on the hilltop, see if you can spot something in the far distance, and go for that instead. I like the movement to disengage from the compound here. We saw him right there hiding behind a rock. You might be wondering what the hell is going on there, but he went to loot inside the compound, heard the vehicle pull up, and instead of trying to take an aggressive 1v3 fight where everything can happen, he was like, you know what? I have been the one dying early. Last game, I didn't, and we got 4th place because of it. Not necessarily because he was alive, but because they were all alive. And yeah, he's playing a defensive off it, so I like to see it.
And the Wildcats, no matter where they go, no matter where they rotate, and even if they grab a compound, all seem to find themselves under fire from multiple teams. They get stuck right in the middle of a whole world of hurt.
Speaking of fire from multiple teams, Futbolist somehow just drove through a crazy rain of tracers coming in from multiple teams on the other side, but Seekorg didn't manage to get a single kill off it.
Oh, Genzo. Oh, no. Needs a bit of help. Push him over.
Doink. Don't jump out. You can turn the one over.
Oh, you definitely could.
Gotta commit to the flip around. Come on, man.
They're not taking a risk. They were scared off all of them shots that came towards them.
Makes perfect sense. Deep. Takes a bullet deep to his face. And that's Insidegames landing 1 pixel. Just throwing off some backflips in the distance. But, yeah, I was gonna say they might want to commit to it, but I like that they don't. Futbolist. If they don't get knocked by Seekorg, they can indeed do that themselves.
Car flips. Makes me angry.
Pixel's just driving around. I don't know if he's baiting his shots or what's going on. He might be. It would be a scary strategy to try and execute, but maybe trying to see if he can do something there. I think this is exactly what happened. They had the vehicle, they started driving, and then all of a sudden all the guns start firing from No Tag team on top. Caught a bit of confusion. One got knocked, and now 2 guys are knocked. Fortunately, though, No Tag team not really in a position to commit on this one, despite the fact that they got 2 knocks before.
Futbolist now will have to med themselves up. They're well aware of how many teams are close by. They have found themselves compound at least to chill in within the circle for just a moment. Avangar aren't the last team in. We Need a Home still making their rotation in round the north. And we've also got Gamerlegion just down around farm working their way in ever so slowly.
They took a fast southern rotation, and it questions me whether it might be because they want to rotate out from where they're used to rotating out from. Now, the only thing is going to be that they're probably going from here much later than they would have rotated had they been down there earlier. So for them to go from Stauber up top early, they wanted to avoid the water, didn't want to have to cross the river at any point. They know the bridge campus are indeed a thing, and they're sending it all the way south around.
This is where Avangar need to turn the tides of what's been happening in the past 3 games.
I'm thinking north in this circle. Nope. But we're not going into that field again, so thank you, game.
We'll take it. I'm not complaining about this one.
We're going into another field, but that's fine. That's fine as long as it's not the same one. It's different.
I'll take it.
It's the same, but different. You know, it's just how it is. Zoekt Een Naam trying to make a rough rotation. Where are you guys going? Because you ain't got a whole lot to play around. Same thing happening for Grishka. Simsi saying you guys shall not enter my compound. He will do that 1v2. Nade thrown over. Maybe a bit of a waste of a nade. But there's no way he was going to run on out to try and get the kill down. Tomil trying to hold off Zoekt Een Naam as well. But they're committed to this one, or are they?
There we go. The wait, the cook, the boom.
Hickey and Soitos, considering the fact that they lost those 2 players early, actually just committed to this one too.
They like a challenge.
Yeah,
Normally they're used to teams running up on them, dealing the damage to them. This time they're going to have to fight this off as it is a mini 2v2 here, but the rest of Besiktas can quickly get round into backing their teammates up. We're going to have to see how Zoltas can hang on to this one. He's got Higgy backing him up. The door's going to be there, shooting away, but the rest of Besiktas now coming into play. Besiktas well aware of how this is going down. Nade goes out. Zoltas somehow manages to avoid it. Has a nade pinned himself, but Simsy's outside of the house at the moment.
The thing for Sims is he cannot be running around here for too long. The nade's been thrown, shots been fired. It attracts attention from teams that are elsewhere. And you can see Avangar, they're driving out east now. They might want to get third-party opportunity on this one. And Simsy knows this. He has to stay close to the wall, get all the cover that you can. You cannot be running around in the open in an area like this. Salter's now taking shots from above. On the hillside, I talked to Avangar. They're up there. They want to get some finishing points on this one. They have very few points on the day here, so anything they can get to start things off would be amazing for them.
Yeah, in this spot, Besiktas can't lose a player.
No.
As soon as this fight's done, you know other teams are going to roll on in.
And that's the thing, right? I mean, Gamerlegion might have a chance at third party should they go really aggro. I wouldn't expect them to. They've been playing it really safe so far.
Yeah.
Always rotating on the edge, and I would assume for them to continue to do so. Ultra spotted out there. And for Simsy, he knows there's only one upstairs. They have them, like they have the info they need in the sense that they're on each their side. And I was just gonna say, did you just allow for Lux to get flushed, but didn't happen, fortunately. Great execution by Besiktas. No initial engagements coming in, but look at what's happening on the other side of the road. The neighbors have just moved in. That's Avangar making their presence known. And believe me, Besiktas know about their whereabouts, and they're crossing over aggressively to try and take the engagement.
We say how similar both these two teams' styles are. And this is why we often see them fighting all the time against each other. Snoopy finds himself taken down first. Simsy's on point. He's gone in with it, but the nade gets close to him, does a lot of damage. He prones himself down, but he can't afford for another nade to go out towards him.
Smoke's coming over towards Max. His Saw needs the help, but now Greg from Crate 23, that is miles away. Gets a knock with the mini on towards Ultra. He thought he had the rotation. Fuse is doing backflips. They're going to be blowing up in just a short second. We need a home, getting himself a double kill. LX Jin, we need a home. Name a better duo. And this fight continues to go on. Tomil down. Lux and Ultra, Lux and Simsy try to hold the four guys. Are still up on their feet here, but they've got constant teams to worry about.
Azvin pushing forward with the car, going to bring his teammate back up and give Avangar a fighting chance in this, but smokes are being put down across the board for both teams here.
Yep.
The smoke field is real.
It's like, guys, time out. Too many teams are engaging now. Let's take a break, and then we'll reset, and then we'll take this fight 4v4 again in just a short moment.
A fair, fully stacked fight, but Tom Hill is just crawling away through the smoke. She's like, guys,
yeah,
please. Lucky he did move there, because that nade would have been on the money as well.
It is the first knock, but there's no way any of the Besiktas players can commit to resting the guy over on the other side of the road before he's safely on the other side. There's simply too many threats, and K23 now, as we can see, driving around in the area with a chance to do something here. 3 guys in 1 vehicle, those scary plays to pull off by them, and is he?
Wow.
Okay, I just thought for a second he was trying to rest him with no smokes in the middle of the road. Thank you, Lux. You kept me scared there, but a wise play in the end there. And also small things here. Once the rest meter starts ticking down, you can still crawl around the guy that is resting you. So, for those of you guys who don't know, smart things. And once again, Besiktas, despite all the action, despite all the teams trying to third party, they keep 4 guys alive. That's what they do so well. They're really good at doing these things on Miramar. We like to compliment them for this, but shows that it can be done on Erangel too.
So they avoid the third party to ruin their day, at least in terms of Besiktas here. Avangar still got to be careful and well aware of their position. K23 have backed off for now. Gamerlegion are actually nearby, though. You said about them not being too aggressive, but they have slowly but surely worked their way up. They've been hearing what's going on.
And that's what's been killing them time and time again. The fact that even though they took center position, when they get shifted away from, they don't commit hard enough to rotate on it. And that gets them caught on the edge, and they end up dying because of it. This area, so much like anything else with circles that include a lot of fields, means that if you don't get one of those good spots, you will be the one running around in the open late game. They realize this, they take a good spot in the circle, and they can now play off of it. Smart decision making there. Seekorg, no tag team, fighting to be the kings of the hill.
Yeah, Everest. It's a hard mountain to climb. It's an even harder one to fight on, especially when you're going up against no tag team who have a little bit of a high ground advantage to fight from onto you.
Like the Riddle rotation we see on the map screen here as well. Making their way far down south. Circle did pop and it went somewhat center. Everyone is in, but Insidegames and We Need a Home are squaring off on the northwest side. You can see them on your screen there through the mountain as Ostrolova gets taken down. This fight here kind of stalling on out. Insidegames trying to force it from the blue here.
We Need a Home have been the most active fighting team of today.
Yeah.
And that is showing why they've been able to get so many points without the wins coming in.
That nade coming in took Sampik down low, but he's going to get knocked by the blue. Question is going to be whether We Need a Home are greedy enough to actually go out to the blue and finish him, because should it go down with Pixel dying, that's going to be 1 point that they missed out on. And if I know these We Need a Home players enough, then Circle 2 going in, taking an aggro, you could do that. But then again, it's a scary call. Circle though, going up north. Oh, Everest, Everest, Everest. Are we really going to head up to you?
We've had crazy circles. Is this the time we get a Everest ending?
Could be. It was on the far north side of the circle previously, then we sent it up, and now we're hard shifting north. Zoekt Een Naam sitting well in it. The road is cutting, it's split in half, and then pretty much the entire north side of the circle up there is just one big fat mountain. So you got the complete contrast in it. You got the mountain on one side, the flat fields on the other. Where are we headed here?
Besiktas versus Avangar still going on. Maxwell found himself knocked down, but Simsy's actually going to get flushed out. Tamil under heavy pressure, has to try and back away, gets himself some additional cover here. Looking out for him, but these nades are getting ready, and they are going to be going out ever so shortly. Tamil has to be careful now, but instantly he goes knocked. Ultra's trying to reply some. He does manage to finish off Maxwell, but Gamerlegion are getting involved, and Avangar are fighting on two fronts here. Luckily, Zen's also shooting on Gamerlegion, but they'll just pick off anyone as the kills are all going in favor of Avangar and Zen. Gamerlegion really tried to push into this, and it's just not working out.
Gamerlegion, oh guys, there's a chance here. Oh wait, never mind, there wasn't. Zoekt Een Naam, they wanted to third party on it too, and they unfortunately for Gamerlegion spotted them as they came in. There would have been a really good spot for them to fight it from, but not working their way. And now down to just two players, they have to leave it here. Tamil, Lux, and Ultra, last remaining players for their team. So both teams taking one casualty. Maxiso and Tamil finished off. Snoopy tries to get down one, but it's a knocked if that gets knocked here.
They have to bring him back up straight away. They can't take the risk to hold on to it.
Also, these players have been down quite a few times at this point. Lux flipping around the vehicle, taking a bit of damage in the process. Tamil is kind of caught by himself out in the fields then. He has to make a decision on where he wants to go. Crosses on over, because the thing right now is that neither Gamerlegion, Avangar, or Besiktas are inside this next circle. And right now it's do we fight for the kills, or do we try and crash it across? Ain't gonna be possible if you just stick around and do nothing. It's just gonna die to the blue. We need a home. Kills, kills, and kills galore. They got 7 already, but over the top comes a Noctiv.
A Noctiv looking to put the hurt onto Besiktas and say that we are the kings of this, as Ultra and Lux try to escape in their vehicles. Gamerlegion go down in 14, and Avangar, they're still firing off here.
Absolutely insane game. Ultra realizes there's nothing more to come from down there. Where can you drive, though? You got the attention of all the teams around you. Lux is down. Last player alive. Ultra, 1 HP, and a burning vehicle. How can you get out of this one alive?
Hide behind the rock.
Yeah.
Made myself up.
I have no clue how that worked out, and probably won't for too much longer either, because K23, they see this smoke, they saw the car blue, and there you go. That's going to be Besiktas out in 13th place, and Avangar somehow still alive. But then again, they have got the exact same journey to make that Besiktas just did.
3 players alive for Avangar, but Zen instantly shooting up onto them. Powerful though, just round the corner as well, and being on that bike is not going to be ideal. Yes, you've got the speed, but overall, you're just going to gate crash another team. You're going to be tagged up by the circle as well. And actually, it's gone south, so we're not too bad here. We're going to avoid Everest for now.
They're actually inside the circle with this position. Only thing is that they have got the guys from Powerful right on the other side. I'm not sure if they know. I mean, at this point, they probably do know that there's a player inside this house. But if Roxel, I believe it is, inside, no, it's not. It's one of the other guys. If he's smart about this, he can peek them from the window. I'm not sure if Astroman knows of his position. Okay, didn't see him. Didn't see him. He heard the steps, though. For sure, he heard the steps. An octave. Down he goes. Asterin, all that's left. Ghost Dart is around the corner.
This is insane. That was so close.
Underhand throw. Oh, that's a helmet spotted, and that's going to be Avangar out in 11th place.
Some kills again for Avangar, but that's all they're going to be able to get. More teams going down as K23 are under pressure. They're having a battle with Futbolist. Gluttony, what a play.
Wow.
What a job spraying them down, getting it done, and eliminating K23 in 10th.
Futbolist, they got 3 players knocked early when they tried to get in here when no tag team was shooting at them. Or was it 2? I don't quite recall. But this time around, still knocks in the fights, but they get the players back up on their feet. So damn important, especially when it comes to this area of the map. Derek gets himself a knock. They already took down 2 players from Riddle, and there's still 1 more to go.
How many times are we seeing we need a home? Dragging out, getting the job done. Today, they have proven their dominance, and they do not seem to be slowing down.
They must be the team of today's games that has the most points, collectively.
Off kills alone, I'd say so. Yeah, compared
exactly.
to everyone else, definitely.
Yeah, even though they haven't won a single game, they haven't got a 2nd place yet. They still are the team, I would assume, that has gotten the most points overall on the day. Extremely good performance, and they had a day with back-to-back wins as well. They've just been rolling through this group, and they're sitting up in a pretty good spot off of it, too.
We need a home about a 5th place, a 3rd place, and a 14th place. So overall, not a bad day. They've been fighting non-stop. Reader's going to find herself under a little bit of trouble. She won't survive any longer, but Smash and Derek are still up in it.
Seekorg trying to push on forward as they're getting pressurized by Futbolist. Kills coming down on both sides. Oh, Glutny spotted at one on the top, but he's going to go down, and that's going to be finally something going in the way of Seekorg.
And that's what Seekorg needed here. They've been working their way up Everest. They've managed to push their way around. Now they're chasing into the circle. They should have no problem getting it done. But Zen is ready, firing off as per usual. They've got a compound to get involved in. And T-Bone is up front and getting up close and personal. He is the one going to be just chiming away. Constant damage being done, as always, from this man.
And Page is coming out to assist him now as well. I like to see it. Now they do get pressurized a bit by Norki on the other side of things. But they've got different things to worry about. Derek gets finished off there, and Circle does go once again in the direction of Zoekt Een Naam. Holy headshot. Good job, Broxel.
Really nice job there. He's found himself 2 kills already. 6 in total for Powerful now.
Yeah, good game for them here. Still 7 teams alive, though. And they have a tough rotation to make from here on out.
Smash
they need to cross the road. Yeah, they need to cross the road. They have smokes, and they probably have vehicles too, but there's no way you're going to drive headfirst into Zoekt Een Naam.
Definitely not. That's never advised.
Yeah, and you can see actually Vasco is coming back now as well. I really like the rotation. I will probably calling it out. I'm seeing power down here. They're out in the blue. I need one down here to help me as well. Right now, we can shoot up at Mountain as much as we want, but we need to stop it.
T-Bone Syndrome is gone out the window at least. He got a kill.
Yeah, there you go. He has 3 of them this game, so...
it's turning around.
So getting kills with the damage, that's always good to see for him. But I like the play, decision-making coming in for Zoekt Een Naam. We cannot just put the focus on what's happening up north right now. We need to also worry about a team potentially crashing 4-man strong down towards us real soon.
A no-tag team. They do have 4 alive. They're waiting, knowing that there is still a Wildcat up there somewhere.
Many Wildcats up here. We got 2 solos and a duo on the eastern side. Smash down on the west as well. This is nothing but injured teams trying to make their way out of here. No tag team has been on the mountain for a while, but now they're starting to be under pressure too.
Pixel getting shots out towards him. Insidegames go down. 7th place, not too bad, but it's not going to be enough to see them get a lot of points across the board here. As no tag team, they've just taken full control, and they've allowed ANL to get in, but how much longer can he stay alive? The spray down comes into him. O'Connell was ready and waiting, and that's his job getting done.
And at this point, you got to be like, how many solos can there be up here, right? Because it just killed 2. Is this where it's not focusing inward, or are you still going to anticipate the last 2 remaining teams to be up here? At least for now, they're playing it smart. They're not taking any chances at all. You got a 3-man stack on the northwestern side, playing it ever so cautious. And as you can see on your little sneaky cam in the corner, Smash is crawling on forward.
Powerful hoping to make their way across the road. They're in the circle at least for now, but Son's able to do some damage onto Page, finds him knocked, and also tags up T-Bone quite heavily.
T-Bone is on the wrong side of things, so he needs to get back on the other. This is what we were talking about before, how you can over-aggress sometimes. You have the position in the circle, you don't need to over-aggress here, because right now Vasco is forced to run up and help. T-Bone is caught off guard. Ival is by himself, and his powerful rushes and figures this one out. That's gonna be them potentially being pushed by Powerful.
T-Bone did manage to find O'Connell, and he's going to now look at Give It. Tapping away, but can't quite land the shots. Philo did flush out O'Connell, so that's another kill taken away from T-Bone. It's just like a meme at the moment.
Circle goes further north. Still splitting between the road. Could go either way. But right now, I mean, honestly, Powerful, if they recognize that there are 3 players up north, now Page runs back down south, if they recognize there are 3 players up and they need to get into the circle, that could be a full-on crash forward. Jupsig, land the shots. Philo is there.
The first few shots as well, he shouldn't have missed, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. He's in hungry for trying to make it happen. A headshot comes in, Philo very low on health, and he doesn't seem to be able to find the cover he needs.
Wow. Fortunately got that first aid off to prevent the headshot from taking him out. And down on his chest he goes. Ballas has done it. Furex has done it. And now it's his turn to do it.
Look at Norkis.
Sneaky beaky. I think Page heard him. Yeah, he must have heard something down on the other side.
He's got big balls, but is it going to be a big play? Getting up close and personal with Zen. Norkis is going to have to hit the fire back and cover from his teammates here as we need a home smash. He may be all alone, but he's looking to eliminate a team. Oh my God, so close yet so far. He went in for the flush.
Look at that. Norky got the first one, and that's going to be the call for the team to pull up. And it is. Zoekt Een Naam now realizing, oh my lord, we have a full 4-man stack down here. Vasco is going to spot one out. Norky hasn't seen him just yet. He's focusing up on the other side here.
How quickly can he turn into it? He's throwing out the nades. Vasco delivers one of his own, but he's found by Morpheus. And now Powerful need to strike. 2 Zen players knocked. 2 still within it. Page is going to have to do some serious damage. He's coming on the flank. He manages to get one, but he's taking a hell of a lot of damage on here. How much more can he do? 4 health and a dream, and T-Bone's going to have to come up huge.
They're leaving him behind. Lost 1 player, but great effort. Great engagement by Powerful. They landed the shots they had to, even when they didn't get the first ones fired. Up against a team like Zoekt Een Naam, that's extremely impressive. Zoekt Een Naam, a bit caught off guard there in the end, but extremely good execution by Powerful. 3v1v1 now. They've already spotted out the last remaining player from No Tag Team. This is their game to win. They can simply not toss this one.
This could be a huge game for Powerful. Just the way they managed to take Zen down there at the end. They've just got to make sure they can deal with the last 2 solo players who look to be more challenging themselves at the moment.
And look at the kill spread on their team. There's no one-man performances coming in anywhere here. It's all about the team effort, and at no point can they take anything for granted. Ghost Star holding the back, making sure no sneaky snakes are making their way on in. And then you have the sneaky snakes right over here. Imagine this. Philo throws a nade down. Givet shoots him. They both die, and the game ends.
And Powerful say, where's our kills?
Wait, what?
Now, I've got to say, Norkis, that was impressive alone that he pushed up so confidently, approached onto Zen, snuck in. Yes, he was hurt, but he's still able then to get the rest of his teammates in, and they just didn't expect from all them sides.
And the thing is, people might say, oh, he was all by himself. It was such a dumb mistake. Nope, because he had the side of this, the mountain down there. Look at this kid. He knows exactly where he is. Philo, spotted out. Doesn't want to take the shot before he absolutely have to.
He's waiting,
Doesn't
patient
know if
on
it's
the
a
trigger
solo.
finger.
He doesn't know if it's a solo. Now he shoots and gets the finish off. That's going to be a guaranteed second place. 1v4. Buddy, what can you pull off here? Make the 1v3, sorry.
1v3. It's not impossible, but it's going to be highly probable that Power will be able to take him down. Question is, how are they going to do it? They all start to edge their ways forward. They've heard what's going on, and Give It is stuck behind the tree. They're all pushing in. They're just running, sending it to him from the side. Norkis finds the final kill, and that's going to be 10 kills, 10 points, and 20 in total for Powerful, who have had a consistently good day.